are love. We are peace. We are free. We have abundance. We have everything within us. For we are, for we will always be. For Mother Earth is love. For Mother Earth has peace. For Mother Earth is free. For Mother Earth has abundance.
Recording in progress.
For Mother Earth has everything within her. For she was, for she is, for she will always be. And so it is spoken, so it has been written, and it is done.
You have entered into a dimension of truth, where time does not exist, and illusions are shattered. The journey of truth is intense. The journey of truth will set you free. Consider this a warning as you enter the dimension of Truth UnCONPromeyezed.
We are in the age of truth, freedom, love, prosperity, abundance, and peace. Welcome to Truth UnCompromised. All right, family. Welcome to the Truth UnCompromised Show. I am your host, Rhonda, and tonight is September 16th. Whew. Time, i.e., frequency, everything's just really speeding up. We have a great show planned for you. We are on episode 44 in this series, Momma Terra and the Consciousness of Her People. I am really happy the way this series is going. I did not expect for us to go this long with the series. So before I go into my spiel, let's send a shout out to the YouTube family. Shout out to son Scotty, who's in the building early. Nisi Poo was somewhere. I know I saw her earlier. I had to restart the stream about 79 times. Y'all know how that goes. Shout out to Sis Marine. Good to see you. Shout out to Sis Rhonda. It's me. Good to see you, sis. Shout out to Sis Stephanie Cook. Good to see you. Shout out to Sis Nary Poo. Nary, when are you doing the genealogy? If you can drop it in the chat and drop the link. I actually had someone reach out to me and I sent them over to the site and told them that you all do the genealogy. So if you could drop that in the chat, that'll be great. Because I'm definitely not the best person. Child, my nerves be bad. I could do it for myself, but trying to do it for somebody else, child, I wouldn't even put y'all through that. So yeah, drop that in the chat for me if you can, Sis Neri, when you get an opportunity. A shout out to Brother Christopher. Brother Christopher is the brother that I play his Instagram videos as traveling. Let me get it. and I should know it by heart. But do I know it by heart? No, because I can't stand Instagram. So I do everything via Facebook. I can't stand Instagram, y'all. It's a hot, horrible mess of an application. It was slapped together. So check him out. He's at Traveling 9922. We've dropped or featured several of his vids on here. The brother has really, really deep work. Check him out. Check him out. As a matter of fact, he was the one that put me up on the book War of the Anunnaki by Dr. Chris H. Hardy, what we've been going over for the past couple weeks. So give that brother a check out on Instagram. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's starting a series on religion. Let me get my water. It's side-eye. So I was able to watch one of the videos. I'm behind. Get prepared, y'all. If you're really into certain doctrine or beliefs, I shouldn't say doctrine, or beliefs, things that you've grown up with, child, get ready. Because y'all know I'm crazy. I know y'all call me a savage, and that's okay. But his perspective, he brings the receipts. So check out our brother Christopher as well. Okay, so family, we started this series, 44 episodes ago. So I think we're going to go into this series probably about a year. We started out the series talking about a study done by the Alphabet Boys on consciousness. And in that study, they pretty much admitted how you can literally create from your thoughts, from your consciousness, bring something into physical reality. They also talked about in that study, which I'm still surprised that that particular study isn't getting more play as it should. They also talked about in that study how the concept of time as we are taught is not so. It's not linear. Past, present, and future happens simultaneously all at once. It is based on frequency. Okay. They also talked about multiverses, and they talked about astral travel and you having the ability to do all of that. Okay, so we thought we was going to end there. Brother Sean came with some great info on this book by Emily Windsor Cragg. It's called Path to Earthly Route to Peace with Justice by Emily Windsor Cragg. You can get this book free via PDF. She wants you to get it free, but if you want to support the author, you can also get it on Amazon. So here's how that book looks. Okay, so in this book, she automatically off the bat talks about an invasion that happened on planet Earth 450,000 years ago by the Anunnaki. She also says that when they arrived here, there were people inhabiting the planet in North America. Okay, and then she also goes into, in the book, she talks about how the Anunnaki brought the same systems that we see today. So political systems, religions, etc. Okay, and then she also talked about a galactic war that happened where the earth was damaged and cut in half. So a very good book, easy read. She did a great job. So that's the cover of that again. Sure, brother. It's Path to Orion, Earthly Route to Peace with Justice by Emily Windsor Cragg. and it came out, I guess, 2018. So here's the look at it. You can get it for free. She wants you to get it for free via PDF. You can Google it, download a copy, but you can also get it on Amazon. Okay. All right. So then when we was into that book, it really started bringing back up to me the Terra Papers. I'm like, oh my God, the Terra Papers. I lost my copy on another PC because that one went out of print. So shout out to Sis Tressie. Shout out, sis. Thank you so much. I know you've been sending me stuff. I'm so behind on my emails, so I haven't forgotten about you, sis. So Sis Tressie got me a copy of Terra Papers, and we started going through that as well. Now, interestingly enough, the author of that book claims they channeled, now I'm going to give you this face, they channeled that information. But as we're going through the information, it's really the Sumerian text. That's what the information is. But they also go over the Anunnaki coming to the planet. Before that, they talk about a great galactic war. It goes into the Anunnaki's systems. Their administration systems, their governments. They even broke down words in Terra Papers, and you really learn the origins of words, okay? And we're also getting that in the next book that I'm going to talk about. You discover the words that we use today, not all of them, but a lot of them are the origins coming from the Sumerian text, which means they came from the Anunnaki language, which was cuneiform, okay? All right, so in the middle of that, we ran across some more information on time travel patents, a time travel patent application that was filed with the U.S. So we started going over that, and child, was very, very detailed. Not only are they saying they have the technology for time travel, but they also talk about changing reality back and forth between a simulated AI reality to quote, quote, real-time reality. So fascinating stuff, fascinating stuff. So then Brother Christopher was talking about this book. He wasn't talking about the book. He was talking about this information. I'm like, wait a minute. What's that book? So it's called Wars of the Anunnaki, Nuclear Self-Destruction. Let me move out this highlighter and pen, honey. I need that pen. That's my bookmark. So it's called Wars of the Anunnaki, Nuclear Self-Destruction in Ancient Sumer. And this is by PhD Chris H. Hardy. Here's the book. It is also available on Amazon. And child, honey, she came out hard-hitting in the introduction. Literally, we're on... It's the third time we're discussing this book. And y'all, we only on page 21. I'm not even reading it word from word. I'm literally on the air. I'm literally reading it on my own and highlighting the, like, POW stuff. So that just shows you how much information she packed in this. And she, again, took this from the Sumerian text. And she is also giving you, like, the origins of words, the symbolism, what it really meant, breaking down the different gods in the Sumerian text and how those gods translated over to other gods that we know today. Okay, so we're going to go back over some of this stuff tonight. Last week we talked about the snake symbol. this week we're going to continue on the snake symbol. We're going to get into specifically Sophia, which I found interesting. I never knew that Sophia was connected with a snake symbol. I do know that Sophia is connected with like mother creation. All right. So with that said, we're going to, it's choppy because they're saying excellent on my end. Oh, why don't you never had a link, son, Scotty? All right, let me get it for you. I'm gonna bring on Sis Sandra and Brother Sean. Okay, sis, you're unmuted. I'm gonna drop it for you, son, Scotty. Sis, you there?
I'm here. I mean, talking to Scotty. Talking to me.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So,
let me bring on Brother Sean first before you come in. I'm pausing, child, because I'm trying to figure out how to get son Scotty this link to get on. But go ahead.
I'm on. Sis.
Okay. All right. Peace and love, Brother Sean. How are you?
Peace and love, Brother Sean.
Wholeness and power. Go ahead, sis. What was you saying?
I said we jumping in Cali.
Yeah, go ahead, sis. We can go ahead on with the
Yeah, he got reelected. Well, you know, they say he got reelected. I'm sure he didn't. I heard.
Oh yeah, your boy. I was waiting on you to come on, like, baby.
Nobody wanted that dude. I knew they cheated, and I found out that the DMV did it. Because, you know, when you go in our DMV, they always ask you if you were a registered voter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's their next cheat line, you know.
So are you saying that you think that they unregistered people?
Yeah, that's what I hear. That this said that they cheated via the DMV because when the illegals come in, they give them their ID cards. And some of them get their license if they have some citizenship documents and stuff, and they vote for them. So I said, oh, I guess because, you know, if they're immigrants or migrant workers, they may not have a permanent home address. I don't know. But that's what they say, that the DMV voted for them. And also,
you know that it was a pause in the count again, just like in the presidential election.
I saw that.
Then a subtraction of votes.
They sure did. And also they called him as a winner before he was a winner. Mm-hmm. Because they had thousands of votes still out. Just like the same presidential stuff with Trump. They had thousands of votes still out before and they called him the winner.
Yeah, because I from what I heard, and I know I don't live there, I know you would know it better than I, that nobody wanted, folks were really, really fed up with him.
No, and Obama was advertising for him here.
Oh, really?
Like, you know, I don't know if he came, but I think he came, and Harris did too, and Biden also was advertising for him too. He was at some kind of meeting that they were booing him. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis. I didn't mean to break your concentration.
They want him to have butts down because they didn't want to hear that stuff. But you know, they have a system set up for, you know, a back door, obviously, to get back in because they did it. But you know, it's obvious to anybody who can think straight that they've been cheated.
So my question to you, sis, the guy that ran against him, he was a melanated guy, right?
Right. Larry Elders.
Yeah. So what
Yeah, they.
was people overall thoughts on dude?
Well, he was.
And we're talking about Cali, y'all, just in case y'all didn't pick up what we were
He
talking
was
about.
campaign, and some lady showed up with a monkey face on and threw an egg at him.
He's Republican, right?
I don't know where he was campaigning. They didn't say it in the article, but he was campaigning somewhere, I guess in Cali here. And a lady, you know, she was a European. She had a monkey, ape face on, but her arms were all out, and she was dressed in black, and she raised her arms, throwing an egg at him.
But is the melanated brother a Republican?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. I
He's
figured he
a
was, but
conservative host on some show, and I guess he's well known. I've seen some of his stuff.
Oh, okay. But I mean,
but you know, it doesn't matter when you prejudice, you know, and you're getting paid. I'm sure she got paid to put on her ape face.
Right, to bring the drama, basically. And I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis.
Go ahead.
No, I guess California's done, sis. If they done set up and reelected this man, y'all might as well stick a so-and-so fork in it.
They didn't reelect that man. I'm sure they didn't reelect that man. They ain't that crazy.
Right, okay, in their defense. Well, since he's going to be in office.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, California's done, y'all. California's so done. The amount of crap that's going on in Cali, it can't sustain anymore. It just can't. It really can't.
Well, they didn't rob us blind. We used to be one of the richest states in the world, pretty much. We had a lot of, you know, access and budget, billions, I think it was. But I'm sure we're not sitting there anymore. Right. And they tax us until they blew in the face, until we blew in the face.
Right.
She was keeping yelling at them. But everything is very expensive, houses and everything.
Extremely expensive. Extremely. And you know, this is just, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Didn't get in 30, 40 years ago, you know, on the ground level with real estate. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know how people afford to live there personally, but that's just me. Unless you got in early, like you said. You know, if you got into the game early or you've lived there all your life.
You know, we're breaking up. That's why it's difficult. I see in LA that $1 million house is a dump. You have to fix it up. I mean, you can't even live in it before you fix it up. That's how bad it is. I've been watching the real estate down there because my daughter wanted to get a house, and she couldn't get one because she had about $500,000 when you can get her the front door. So
$500,000 basically.
Yeah, and I can't live in it until you fix it up.
I'm sorry, that's unaffordable.
I know. I thought she was joking until I was watching it for myself, house hunters and stuff like that. And I said, "Whoa!" But he's Pelosi's nephew, you know, and so he wants to have the Danny syndrome, and they propagandized on the idea that he's going to keep us safe from the COVID because he's following the health rules. I said, yeah, what rules? And I heard Fauci is not even a doctor of medicine, never treated a patient in his life, just like Gates. So, you know, what science do they use? It's not in my book. And I didn't write the book, I'm using their books. So whose books are they looking at? But it's all what they say. They did the same thing in Nazi Germany. They gave out a virus of some type, and they tried to separate the people from the vax versus the unvax. And you turned your people in that didn't have the vax, and they put them in concentration camps. And they're on the same program. And these are people that the Dragon, you know, they came over here to the United States with their same programs.
Yeah.
So we're the whole United States, not just Cali. California is following our what's it? God, it just yeah, they're just following other countries with this mandate because France went down with it. You know, you have to have a mandate to go this place, a mandate to go that place. You know, you have to show your pass, your pass, and your this and your that. Whatever. That's what they're doing. They're following the extreme lockdown like they did in Nazi Germany. And they're going to just scream bloody hell to know that, you know, if I say something like that, because they don't like it. But that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but the sad part about it, number one, we're heavily censored to even talk about it. That's number one. We got to talk in code on social media platforms. And then number two, it's splitting the population, okay? Because you have folks...
I'm sorry, they depleting the population?
Splitting, sorry. Splitting the population where you have some folks that, you know, are telling people what they should, and the reason why they should do certain things with their bodies. It's just a hot mess. But this should be no surprise to us. We know what it is, and it is what it is.
You know, the problem is these people who yell at the ones that aren't jabbed haven't read a science book or learned any facts about what you should have and what you shouldn't. They're listening to somebody else tell them what they need to do. And they haven't checked, I bet you they haven't checked not one time to find out what any ingredient in that stuff is doing to them. Not one. They haven't even read it. And then they go around like, you know, these celebrities and all these people who get paid to talk crud. And then they get all currently America, currently AT&T. I was thinking Australia. We're following Australia. They're getting these people on currently AT&T, and their family members are dying, and they this, and this one wouldn't take this, and this one wouldn't take that. Who died of the flu? Who died of a heart attack? Who died of a stroke? Who died of a car accident? Nobody. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. So again, I don't care whether or not anyone takes it or not. That's your so-and-so. I felt that way out the gate. I still feel that way. But I see the game that's being ran on everybody. It's no different than when people were all up in arms with Trump card versus Biden. It's the same exact tactics. And
they don't change the game.
No, they don't change the game. It's the same script. So I'm over it. I don't get in those conversations with people because it's none of my business. It's none of my business what they choose to do with their body. Like it's none of their business what I choose to do with mine. So
I don't know what to do with the Cali people who didn't like it. You know, that they're gonna make them criminals.
Cali, y'all have had so much fuckery going on for so long. A lot of stuff has been allowed to happen in Cali for a long time.
You know what? I've been living here since I was 5 years old. They've been cheating a long time, because they get in there who they want in there. You don't get very much. You put your name on that roll. I've been watching it. I've been living, even the presidential wise, and it's always been like this. It's just that it's been exposed now. That's the only difference, is that it's been exposed. Now, what the exposure is going to do, it remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know they called in about 50, allegedly they called in 50 subjects. There was five of them that did walk out there without one of them ankle bracelets on. And he was one of the names. So we're going to see what happens on that.
Yeah, well,
because they have indicted quite a few of them.
Yeah, well, that's what they've been saying for the longest, as people supposedly and allegedly getting locked up. I'm like, okay, I need some receipts on that one.
Well, there is some websites, supposedly the military sites that I looked at, and they tell those stories, but it's all on YouTube. Who says they're reliable? They block all of the conservatives off the mainstream for the people to see it. So that's one of the reasons why people are not getting the message out for, people who don't go underground looking for it. I go underground looking for it. They blocking it.
But you know what? The sad part about it, although they still should not have a right to do that. No. Can you're gonna have to sis mute if you have YouTube.
Muted. YouTube is muted.
Okay, because I'm hearing feedback. That's me. Why I asked.
They just updated my Zoom, and it's not any better than it was last week.
Oh God! And it just could be interference, because we're back with the stream acting a mess, and it's no reason for it to be. Shoot, I lost my. Oh, what I was fencing to say is that it shouldn't be this much heavy censorship in the beginning. It really shouldn't be. You would think that we're back in the either 50s or 40s when they had all that communism stuff going on. You would think that we're back in those times, but just to show you how history repeats itself and how it's the same script when people don't learn to use their own consciousness, when people don't learn to stand up in their own decisions, when people don't learn to not have a herd mentality, these cycles continue, okay? This heavy censorship and what they are doing, it's a script, family. So what they'll do, they'll plant, like today it's called the conspiracy theory community. They'll plant an extreme version or a couple of those conspiracy theorist extremists to make everybody seems like they're crazy as hell. And then they'll have such crazy, outlandish plant conspiracy theorists that then they have to censor the information, because it's all along the goal was to control the information. And this particular segment that we're experiencing at this time with censorship, I believe, now this is just my 2 cents and my opinion, it started with, and I even got to code this, because as y'all see, my stream already choppy. And I ain't doing nothing but some Anunnaki stuff.
I know it.
It started with those twin towers coming down.
Yeah.
That's when folks allowed them to pass all of that legislation, to do all of that monitoring.
Started.
I knew they were going to take it to the next level.
they keep, and you know, they said if the more you submit, the more they gonna do to you. So those people who are submitting, you know, just to appease and move to the next step, well, the next step is gonna be peril for you. They're not gonna do better because if you submit to all this junk, then you're gonna be more of a guinea pig.
But you know what?
You know?
People don't see it though. They don't. They literally do not see it. That's the thing.
You know, I mean, it'll get back to normal. No, it will not.
I told people that. I told people that it's not gonna go back to normal. It is what it is, and as long as people don't mind someone playing their parent, then they'll continue to be treated like children.
That's exactly what it is. And they want to get the children. So you can't have any more children once they finish with you. So they're telling people, what did they say? They tell lies. They tell lies. And the biggest lie is you only have to take one. You only have to take
I'm so over the specifics because we already knew what was coming. And now they arguing over a booster again.
Which, yeah, they doing it again.
That's on them. People that choose to take it, that is their business.
Yeah, let them do it.
I don't argue with nobody. I don't try to convince nobody. That's not in my place. I ain't pulled near piece of data on it, posted none of that. The only thing my concern is forcing someone via AKA mandates. Other than that, whether or not somebody takes it, I don't care. That's their business. It's totally their business. But this is about folks falling into a herd mentality. Folks not using any type of their own thinking. That's to me, that's what this is about. And we see this over and over and over and over again. And if you don't follow the grain, and that's just not only with this situation, that's across the board. If you don't follow the grain, you the devil, you this, you the agent, I will be all of that. Please note, hear me loud and clear. I will be whatever you say that I am. I don't have no problem with that. One thing about me, I know how to stand on my own and my own decisions. I do things the way I want to do it, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. I don't need anybody's permission, and no fucks are given on my part. Most folks can't do that. And not only can they not do that, they want you to coddle them and they motherfucking decisions. I'm like, no, bro, that's not how this works. If that's what you believe in, rock with what you believe in. You don't require me to think of you a certain way, to feel about you a certain way. None of that. Stand in your beliefs. Man up, woman up. Or shut the fuck up. Just that simple. All right.
You know what I heard too about that? That they are reading that particular book to see what they can do next. The religious book, using that as their script so they can figure out what they're going to get away with. I say, what? Well, anyway.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, peace and love, Brother Sean. You have any? Go ahead on with the fuckery. Uh-oh, he got muted again. Maybe he wanted to be muted.
Can you hear me, sis?
I could, yep, they messing with your line. I can hear you, but you show up muted. Go ahead.
You know they broke the Patriot Act 2 years before that happened.
Yes, sir, they did. Yes, sir, they did.
They tell you everything beforehand. So basically, what are you doing as far as your soul?
Well, wait, damn it, I still couldn't find my church fan. Okay, go ahead.
I got my donation.
I mean, we know their whole playbook. We know their whole script.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're still not not we. Some are still not doing what they're supposed to be doing. If you have prior knowledge of an event, why would you walk into it?
Well.
That's right.
I mean, you give all your energy to everything but the reality you're supposed to be creating.
Ooh.
You still trying to hold on to bits and pieces of this man's shit
Child.
and think that you're going to 5D or above, trying to hold on to 3D shit. 3D thinking. That's your whole focus. This man and what he's going to do to you. When he don't have any authority or power to do shit. Those who haven't complied. What the fuck has happened to us? So what is some loud mouths talking shit? They'll be gone soon.
Right.
What is your plans when they're gone?
Well.
You gonna look for somebody else to yell at you. You gonna look for somebody else to tell you what the man wants you to do? Or are you gonna be that God, goddess, etc., and create your own reality? We can keep talking about this same sad ass script forever and ever. And guess what? That's keeping that bullshit alive.
Yep.
That's giving it energy. You play their game and you don't even understand the rules of the game. And then you try and change the rules of a game that in their rules told you would never be changed.
Mm.
They said you could rename shit, this, that, or the other, you know, select people, this, that, or the other. But them charters said that that was their shit forever and ever and ever.
Ever.
It's the charters. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so if you're playing their game, that means you're following the rules of the charters and everything, which set up that constitution that everybody keep talking about.
Democratic Republic.
They say that we wrote it, blah, 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 blah. How many of our people is fucked up?
Yep.
How many of our people cut deals?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That party is over. All of it. And California was an island originally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Mama is through with Cali?
No.
Then her children should know that that's someplace they shouldn't be, because there is going to be no mercy. There was no mercy for the children. There was no mercy for the wildlife, the indigenous wildlife. Look what's happening to those trees. And they're being burned from the roots inside the tree. So the roots and everything, which keeps the soil and everything in place. And you got all those acres of trees being burned. And then they over there allegedly and supposedly flooding the tunnels and all these little secret places, this, that, or the other. What do you think that flooding is doing?
Right.
So a combination of the quakes and everything else and mama being pissed. And even on their future maps, Cali was underwater.
Show was. True that.
So if we're going to believe their script, Cali gonna be underwater. New York gonna be underwater.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't say that one part of the script is true and the other part of the script ain't. Because they've been sticking to the script, period. They stick to their script. We the only motherfuckers that don't stick to our shit. They stick to their shit.
Right.
There's no reason at all for us to be sad and fucked up right about now when they shit is over.
Exactly.
But what are we creating? That's what we need to be focused on. But, you know, it's a decent show. I mean, it's to the point where it ain't even good no more. The acting is terrible.
Right.
Sis, come on, sis. I mean, you can basically say they lines for them before they say it.
True. They be in the camera like, yes, blah, 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 blah. I be rolling. You are correct.
Everybody using green screen.
Yeah.
We can put on them same productions that they putting on.
True that.
And have a better soundtrack and everything. Better gear. Everything. You know how we do it. We do it big when we do it.
Exactly. We can look fresh and so clean. Exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But y'all want to keep looking at these old tired ass lizards and shapeshifters. Let's do our own shit, fam. The fuckery is anything of theirs.
Right. Make it happen.
We supposed to be enjoying ourselves. We supposed to be telling our story.
That's right.
We're supposed to determine the outcome of this and the roles we play. In your script, you should always be the leading character. And everybody else is just an extra in your shit.
That's right.
Except your soul family that you deem to be co-stars in whatever particular episode you got going on.
Indeed.
But all that should be determined by us. We were supposed to be having fun. We had a paradise. True enough, we had war, but this war has already been won. So when do we focus on our paradise again? I love y'all.
Okay, son Scotty, before you go, let me right quick, fam. I'm going to try to change a setting to try to stop some of this choppiness. So hold on a second. All right. We'll try this. And I still don't think it's going to work. It just is what it is. I might try a different software next week. But I don't think that's gonna be it because I have literally no problems until it's time to go live. I didn't put about 4. I didn't did like 3 or 4 podcasts this week, so it is what it is.
I just think the frequency heating up so high, they little shit can no longer contain it.
That's true. Plus, with us being live, setting it off, I'm sure That doesn't help either. Okay, son Scotty, so you have any go ahead on with the fuckery this week?
Yeah, my going with the fuckery ties in with the whole this whole campaign of, you know, blindly giving just being complicit to the jab, to this experiment, to see science. I just thought it was Minaj.
Child.
I don't know if anybody has been seeing what been happening with that. Basically, she on Twitter. She heavily active on Twitter, and you know she got a huge ass fan base. The
I didn't know
Barbs and all
she
this
had that many folk, but you know that's y'all's generation.
Yeah, so Nicki Minaj is a huge international superstar, like, and so what happened was she was doing polls and asking questions about the jab and all that type of stuff because she was invited to the Met Gala. You know, they had the Met Gala ritual this past week.
Right.
And you had to be, you know, you had to be fully jabbed up to be up in there.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I was invited, but I'm not going. I just had a baby and, you know, I'm not jabbed up. And first of all, I got questions about this. I got mad questions. I don't know nothing about nothing. I think that's the first thing that you do when you don't know something is you start asking questions. So basically she was just asking questions on her Twitter and they suspended her ass.
Yeah, that was what she was saying. Okay.
It doesn't surprise me.
It's
That's
really crazy.
Go ahead, son Scotty.
Huh?
I said, go ahead.
And then so basically she came over to Instagram because she, you know, she done got kicked off of Twitter and she go live on Instagram and she sounded real serious. She's like, you guys, you know, I'm all about the kikiing and a little joke and all this type of stuff. But now this is getting really, really scary, really, really scary. Because what happened was the censorship, she got the whole media doing propaganda and lies on the information that she done said, making her seem like she a crazy conspiracy theorist. And she's like, you know, I used to look at these videos and be like, yeah, you know, okay. I never heard about that. Why are people calling them conspiracy theorists? It just sounds like they doing research and getting information. And she says, so now when it was asked questions. And this is really scary that you can't ask questions about something that's supposedly for your health. We live in a place where we don't have free health care, but this is for our health. And you can't even ask questions without getting censored and suspended. And then you have the white media and the Black controlled opposition media going after her. So now you have like Joy Reid and Don Lemon and all the people that's, you know, on the side of
on the screen. Yeah.
Right. And so now it's really, it's really surreal that we have Nicki Minaj talking to the White House and Boris Johnson and the media, and she's trending on Twitter all these days, all because she asked questions about, you know, what is this and why is it such a huge push for it? And you know, it started off as a joke because she was saying that her cousin in Trinidad, people were telling her that in Trinidad, they were not able to work. They were mandating to have the jab. And she was like, that's horrible because, you know, if they were to do that to us, you know, I got to do tours. I got to travel. You know, so I'm trying to get information on what this is all about if I got to put it in my body just to work. And then also she cited that her cousin, a male, had got it. And a side effect was that it enlarged his testicles, like huge or whatnot. So then it became a huge joke that like, oh, she's peddling misinformation. And so when she goes on Instagram on the live, she's basically saying, this is scary because I'm being censored. And as first of all, you know, they never let Black women say anything. And the fact that y'all are coming after me in y'all white media and also sending out y'all Uncle Tommyanas, she keep calling them Uncle Tommyanas. Y'all sending them after me. It just shows that, you know, there's levels to this. Like, basically, you can't say nothing unless you saying, get this jab.
Right.
If you ain't saying, get this jab, they gonna shut you down.
Right. Right. What I'm going to do, family, I am so tired of this thing dropping. I'm literally looking at it drop for no particular reason. I'm going to end this another stream up. This is really getting on my nerves. I'm literally watching it go up and down. So again, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to start a total new live. So look for it on the channel, and you're just going to have to click the link. So sorry about this, but I can't take it any longer. So I'm going to restart. Okay.
You got to start it again because it keeps coming out.
Yeah.